Hi everybody, Lise here, and today I'm going to be talking about Qiang Shu, which is stomach 25, bow point of the large intestine, and it's called the heavenly pivot. Interestingly, the Chinese connected this particular point with Dub, which is one of the outer stars in the Ursa Major, the Big Dipper in the sky, because they believed that it kind of reflected our central point, so like where the celestial heavens kind of move around us. So it's yeah, it's that kind of lovely point in the night sky. And indeed this point does that. It's a very centering and grounding point. It draws the energy down from the upper body if there's too much energy up in the head and the thought processes, and the breathing is too high, and it draws the energy up if there's too little energy in the lower part of the body. It's located either side of the umbilicus, so the belly button. I'll come to location in the moment. So it is our energetic center. Okay, that's really what this point is. And it sits in the sweet spot between our digestive processes and our elimination processes. So the large intestine is very much about our elimination, what we're releasing and letting go of, as well as where our vitality lies and our sense of authority lies. So it's in that lovely point in between the two. And bow points, they connect with each of the organs directly. So this particular point connects in with the large intestine and brings more blood and energy to it. So what that means on a very practical level is it raises the gastric power. And it helps with peristaltic action. So it regulates it one way or another. So if you have constipation, it will regulate it to speed it up. If you have diarrhea, it will slow it down. It also helps with abdominal cramps, any kind of bloating, or anything really to do with that large intestine energy. Also helps with menstruation as well, so it kind of helps to balance that side of things out, as you would imagine, because it kind of activates the blood as well. As a lot, many of these points do this. It balances the upper and lower, as I said before, so it helps to ground. So if you've got a lot of energy in your head where you do it, there's a lot of worrying, obsessive thought, and that's all going round and round. This point is really great for balancing it, for balancing the emotions when you're feeling very explosive and kind of up in your head and up in that kind of shouty, kind of like slightly hysterical place. Again, this point will ground everything down. It's a fantastic point. Activates and regulates all matters relating to that large intestine. So this is stomach 25, Tia Shu. Okay, so let's find out where it is. So what I want you to do is to take your left hand and take your forefinger, place it in your belly button. Okay, so you've got a line, imagine you've got a line that's running laterally across your stomach, across where the belly button is. So you're going to take 3 fingers. Now this measure here, the 3 fingers, is your measure. It's 2 sun for your body. Okay, it's fascinating. Absolutely love this when I found it out. So those 3 fingers are your measure. They won't work on anybody else's body because your body is specific and the measurements are specific to you. So those 3 fingers across there, that's 2 sun. So you have this left finger, forefinger in here. You're going to place these 3 fingers chopped up against that forefinger. And then what I like to do is draw a line across and then slip my finger in on the outside. And there you have stomach 25. Now what I like to do is to take the right hand and place the index finger of the right hand. So I have one of the points, because there's 2 points and you work both the points at the same time. So to find the other point, I like then to put my thumb of my left hand into the belly button, and then I have those 3 fingers on the left hand that I can chuck up against the thumb, and then I can slide the thumb out to find, and in fact I can change it to the forefinger. So essentially it's 2 points either side. It's in what's called the rectus femoris, I think, is the or the transverse abdominis, I think. But anyway, it's within this stomach region, either side of this belly button on that lateral line, 2 sun away. And what I like to do is I like to push into it and then lean, because if you lean, the depth grows. We can talk a little bit about how you come into the point. So if you can imagine that you're allowing the body's energy to reach for your fingers rather than your fingers pushing into the point. So as I've got my hands and fingers into these points, I'm leaning forward and imagining my body, my large intestine, is coming in towards my fingers, if that makes sense. Okay, so there we have it. Qiao Shu, heavenly pivot, balancing of the upper and lower body and the bow point, and really beautiful regulator of the large intestine. So I hope you have a lovely week and you enjoy testing out this point and seeing how it works for you. Okay, loads of love. Bye-bye.